Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Gio here from Manga Geekdom, and I'm joined by my two wonderful co-hosts, the DEI Harpy, Colleen. How you doing?
Doing amazing.
Let's go.
I should change it to misinformed weeb.
Sure. And the insufferable Omnibus Collector. How you doing?
I am doing well.
Let's go. Nice. Tonight, we're going to talk some solicits, some first impressions, some hauls, some reads, some, I don't know, sponsorships, some questions from the chat. We got a little bit of everything, folks. And for the live viewers, we do apologize. This time, it was actually my fault for starting a little bit late. I was trying to find a missing cat. He wasn't really missing. It's just I wasn't looking hard enough. But it's all good now. So thank you, everybody, for waiting for the live chatters. Thank you, everybody watching later, of course. Hit the like button, share the video, all that fun stuff. I would appreciate it very much. Let's give a shout out to our sponsor making tonight's broadcast happen. That is, of course, InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices that range from 30 to 55% off at times. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And there's that loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your order if you make it on a week-by-week basis. InStock Trades has great packaging, wonderful customer service, and most importantly, all the books that you could want. So go check them out, InStockTrades.com. Also, you know what? I didn't consult this with the rest of the Omnibros, but tonight I'm going to do the gift card giveaway. Screw it.
Whoa!
Hey, I just thought of it. So give me a minute to set things up. If you're in the live chat, you're in for a treat. So by the end of the stream, I will do the raffle, not a raffle. I will do the randomizer, and we'll pick out a winner. So all you have to do is stay tuned in the chat. I'll put out the instructions in a bit. So thank you all so very much. And of course to InStock Trades for this wonderful gift card that we give out on a monthly basis. So if you don't win now, don't worry. Next month, we'll do it all over again. Shout out. Let me highlight actually, let me leave this on. Let me highlight the website as we always do. Let's take a quick look. There we go. Let's see. Right now, we got a bunch of stuff to highlight. The deals of the week, they got the Berserk Volume 42 at 46% off. It's going to be crazy when we have a Volume 46, and InStock Trade sells it for 46% off. Anyways, Dark Knights of Steel, you got your DC Finest Team-Ups, Doom Treasury Edition, Phoenix Trade Paperback Volume 1. You got your new releases. You got your top sellers. Look at this. One of my all-time favorite manga right there, Dinosaur Sanctuary, 35% off. Top sellers. And, of course, your sales. Right now, you have your clearances, your damages, your red tag, your image comic sale, and the next creator spotlight is on Mark Waid. So if you're a fan of Waid and you're missing some books, you can grab them here for 47 to 50% off. There we go. Love it. Chewy's gonna get it.
Get him, Chewy. Get him.
Like Mark Waid? Heck yeah. That's what he said. In dog language, that's what he said. Also, we do have a shipping alert from USPS. I do want to point that out because some people might miss this one. It's come to our attention that a local USPS shipping hub has been causing delays with a large number of our packages. After speaking with a representative at our local post office this week, we learned that the delay is primarily due to the Indianapolis USPS shipping hub that is experiencing significant processing delays. So what all this means is that give the site, how do I say this kindly? Give a little break, you know? They're working on it, and your package will be sent as soon as humanly possible. So hang tight. That box is on the way.
Cut them some slack.
Right. People get, like, I get it. I mean, I had to wait almost 2 months for a figure that I finally got. I'll show it later in the show, but I finally got it. Did I talk about it live, or did I just mention it to you guys off air?
I think it was just us before.
Okay, so I may have spoken on the Discord and off air here, but I had an Ami package that shipped out January 26th, and it traveled all across the world, and it just now arrived. Everybody told me,
Oh, that one.
right, yes. So the final map was Tokyo, New York, Puerto Rico, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Pennsylvania for a while, and then it went back to then it went to Missouri. It stayed in St. Louis for a few, and then from St. Louis,
St. Louis mentioned.
It finally shipped to my destination, and I got it yesterday. The box was surprisingly well kept. I thought it was going to be super banged up. I found it was rattling inside. I'm like, oh no, did something break? But then I remembered that Ami likes to do like limited extra things on the packages, and this one had a free pin button. So that was the rattling noise. But the figure is completely fine. It's a Oni yokai girl with a sexy kimono, if you will. It's a fun figure. For $40, I couldn't ask for more. I thought it was great. I'll show it off in a minute. So anyways, USPS mailing system. These are people handling these things. So if there are delays, just don't insult anybody and just be patient. It'll arrive. Unless it's actually stolen or lost for sure, then rest in peace. But if not, just hang tight. Anywho, that's InStockTrades.com.
A lot of people like to blame the sellers and stuff when it's like the number of things I've seen from people being like, my order's taking way too long to arrive. And then they're like, we're sorry.
Like, man.
I have to say DEI, there we go. Harpy has got to be one of the hardest names out there. Heck yeah. I try to come up with funny stuff, but my brain's cooked and fried most of the time, so I got nothing. Sorry.
Oh, all of my names are just real things people have called me.
I can imagine. There's some wild people out there that have way too much time on their hands to insult people. A little birdie told me that they're actually hanging out with Apartment Man right now behind the scenes. I actually read, and I can't remember the name of the manga, so I'll just say Apartment Man. I'm up to date with it, and it keeps getting interesting. I haven't seen Apartment Man yet. Only showed up in that first chapter, but it's fun. I'm still reading it.
The titular Apartment Man is not in any other chapter. So sad.
No, I closed it. Wait a minute.
I was gonna say I saw Apartment Man back there in a second.
There we go.
Yeah.
What an icon, man. Heck
Slay.
yeah.
Slay.
Right, Owen? Wow. Jake, did you get Godzilla vs. Biollante? Mine came Tuesday. It shipped from the Bozo's website, so I should be getting it either Saturday or Monday, supposedly. I mean, I've seen it, but I'm excited to finally see it in high def quality because I've only owned the DVD version of it.
Yes, the last time I watched it was a bootleg DVD, so this will definitely be an upgrade. But I haven't ordered it yet. I'll get it at some point. I'm just, since I already have a copy of it, I'm not in a rush, and I know that like it's not gonna disappear.
I will say, call your Congress and House about this. What were you calling about it for the mailing stuff? I don't know.
With any of the bullshit going on, always call your Congress and your Senate and any local government officials. Let them know what you're upset about. They are your boss, essentially. And you need to be telling your boss that they suck. Or
Exactly.
Someone else sucks.
Somebody's sucking. Hey, now.
Or I guess they're more like your HR.
I haven't had any issues on my side with like packages and stuff. But I've seen people talking recently about like they like are bouncing back and forth. Like there was one dude in the Facebook group saying that he had a package just bouncing back and forth between like Indiana and somewhere else. Like
speaking of bossying around, shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, What about hauls? You guys haul anything before we get into some juicy goss and topics?
So
Probably.
Riley tagged me in something on Geo server about how I was still waiting for the pre-order for Colette Decides to Die, and I am
You
still
still don't
waiting.
have that?
No.
I'm so sorry.
And I am still waiting for it, but I went to Barnes and Noble today and they had it. So I was like, you know what? I bought it already, but I'm going to call the comic store I pre-ordered from and see if I can get a refund.
Right.
And if they send it to me before that or something, I can always just return this to Barnes and Noble. I was like, I just want my book.
Right. Yes.
So, and I know they can't do anything about it either, but like, it does suck that I pre-ordered it and I still don't have it, but they have it at the store.
No, yeah. I mean, how long has it been since that book came out?
It came out in February, but I pre-ordered it in December. So
you should have gotten that already.
Yeah,
that's weird.
They don't have like any of their new releases. Like
if
anything.
They can't... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say anything that's come out in like the past month, they don't have. So they must just be really having difficulties with shipping lately.
Yeah, I always tell Jess when he talks about like, double dipping or whatever, and I'm getting this thing again. I'm like, well, you could always sell your other copy, or you can do a potential giveaway and give it to a random good fan. So
I was thinking if I get it before my panel, I'll just like give it away at my panel.
Hey, that could be fun.
Volume 2 of something.
I mean, they would be thankful.
Yeah. So. And then I have 2 other ones. Volume 3 of Reliving My Life with a Boyfriend Who Doesn't Remember Me. Very good series. Time Loop, I think is what you would call it. Very good. And then I finally found Volume 3 and the last volume of Lord of Hades' Ruthless Marriage.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
This one is thick, especially, I mean, compared to this volume even, but like compared to the other volumes of this series too, because this one's like, it's not an omnibus. This is just last volume, I'm pretty sure. So
there's a lot of shorter series like that where the final volume is a little more stuffed because the number of chapters didn't break evenly.
They did the same thing because Yen Press also they printed this or published it. God, I can't talk. They published this one, but they also published the Illustrated Guide to Monster Girls, and the last volume of that one was so thick in comparison to the other ones. So that just must be the case with Asuka series, even that could be because they're both from Asuka as well. So.
It's haul time, and I'm the haul monitor. Heck yeah. Josh got Gunsmith Cats, Savage Dragon 3, and Poison Elves 2. Josh, did you watch my haul video? Just asking. There was a surprise there for you. I hope you watched it. I don't have the book here with me, so I'm not going to be like, hey, sorry.
Does anyone else need their hall pass?
I got Last Elf.
I got the Last Elf.
I haven't read it yet. I got it like a day or 2 ago. It came in.
I like the art on that one.
I'm looking through the stuff there's stuff that's shelved, but I'm too short to reach it, and I'm not going to bust out my ladder. But I got the new Dino Sanctuary. I got Last Game. I think those
you got good taste, Insufferable Omnibus Collector.
Oh, thank you. I think those were the new ones that I got. I think that's it. And I had other stuff come in recently. I just don't remember exactly which books, but I'm reading Trillion Game right now, volume 3. So there's
Johnny Depp.
I know. Why the fuck is it Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's Rango.
Yes. Yeah. Can we pause the stream? We're just gonna stay here paused until you come back, and then. Actually, Josh, there was a whole segment where I named you, but I had to cut it because the video was a little bit too long, and I had to cut that bit. But just know, in my heart, when I was showing off the book, I was thinking of you, buddy. Oh, Kane, thank you. Yes, that is the hashtag that we're going to use. Thank you so much. Hold on. How do I do the giveaway? Get StreamYard giveaway tool. Here it is.
Is
Okay.
Madam Apartment Lady supposed to be a play on Madam Web?
Yes, Madam Apartment Lady went to Peru to investigate
Spiders
spiders
right before she died.
right before she died.
Speaking of Madam Web, I watched Craven the other day because it's on Netflix now. So I've seen everything as far as like the Sony Spider-Man without Spider-Man movies.
Craven is who? Isn't that?
Aaron Taylor Johnson plays Craven. Yeah, so it's another movie where they try to do a Spider-Man villain as like a as an anti.
Why did you do that to yourself?
I watch a lot of really bad movies. When you work from home and like you're caught up with all your TV shows, got to put something on.
No, I refuse to watch a single whatever the hell that universe was. I never saw any of the Venom movies. Never saw where there wasn't a lot. Morbius and Spider Lady and
you never got to see It's Morbin Time when he morbed all over those guys?
It's so crazy.
I was so pissed off because that movie's terrible. And Morbius happens to be one of my favorite not Spider-Man villain, but like what do you call it? Supernatural character in the Marvel universe. And I'm upset now that it has such a shitty reputation thanks to that movie that we're never going to see a serious, awesome take on the character ever again because people are going to think of, oh, the Leto movie? Yuck. So thank you, Sony, for ruining that character.
It's crazy that they made 6 whole movies and none of them were good. Like
I heard that Venom 2 was good.
No, you heard wrong.
It's not good.
I thought people said it was good.
If they are dumb.
How many are there? Is there 4?
There's 3 Venoms.
3 Venoms.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I heard that Venom 2 was good.
There's 3 Venoms. There's Morbius.
I never liked it because like Venom and Carnage were slapping each other and shit. Like that's about it. Like
I wonder who I heard that from.
Venom 3 had Keely from Ted Lasso.
I don't watch Ted Lasso.
Venom was the only decent one. I refuse to see it. Sorry, guys.
See, chat is backing me up. They said they like Venom.
The first Venom movie was so bad because like God, I have to think back to like when I first watched it, what my verdict. I was like, this is terrible because it starts out and it like has a little bit of intrigue of it being like him as a journalist,
right?
And then they just flush it all down the toilet so quickly. And then the second one is just a bunch of nonsense, and the third one is even more nonsense.
More nonsense.
And the third one could have been fun if they had just decided to go full tilt into it being stupid, but they didn't. And I feel
that's
like
what they did in the second movie. That's why I thought people liked the second movie because they thought, oh, like they're being like goofy with it.
Not goofy enough.
They're doing a goofy style.
They're also sometimes it's goofy in the wrong ways. Like,
sorry, go ahead.
What's his name? Who plays Cletus Cassidy in Venom 2?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he just like they just didn't even try. Like they give him like the worst looking wig ever. He's
that wig is iconic.
How bad it is. Performance that's worth anything. Like it was terrible.
That was a paycheck movie for him.
Yeah, that absolutely. And then like I will say of all of them, the most enjoyable was Madam Web because that was stupid in all the best ways. That movie was was bad, but like every line was delivered in the funniest way that it could have been. All the other ones, like the first Venom movie definitely tried to take itself seriously. And then after that, like they weren't taking it seriously, but they just weren't leaning into the goof well enough. Morbius tried too hard, and that's why it failed. And then Craven tried way too hard.
You know, one of the things that amazed me about that universe, the Sony Spider-Man cinematic universe or something like that, I don't know, is that they watched the success of Venom 1 and thought, okay, so people want to see these standalone movies without Spider-Man. Let's keep going with that. They did not get the memo that they were completely wrong. So we constructed a whole narrative, fan theorist online, podcast, whatever, a lot of influencers continue to spew lies and say Sony and Marvel share the thing, so he can only show up on one movie and not on the other. That sort of thing with the rights issue with Spider-Man. No, at any point in time, Sony could have used Spider-Man in any of the movies, and it wouldn't have affected the Disney stuff. So that was a complete and utter waste of time. Also, Vulture is stuck in the Morbius universe. Holy crap, we're never going to see that guy again. And I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion. Sorry. Just like I hate the Minions and E.T., the extraterrestrial.
And it doesn't, like, it also, they had Eddie, like, go into the MCU for some reason. And then, like...
And then he came back for no reason.
Like, just, he's back. Which reminds me, they also had the guy who plays Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso in Venom 3.
Damn, what the hell? It's the Ted Lasso extended universe.
I don't know. Maybe someone worked on Ted Lasso that worked on Venom, and they like brought.
It's like how after the Russo brothers started doing more Marvel shit, all the community the community characters would end up in Marvel movies.
Or like
so Abed was in one, and the Dean was in one, and Gillian Jacobs, I think, was in one.
They also were working with like the Derek comedy guys.
Is that the Childish Gambinos?
Yeah, I don't think because Donald Glover was in one of the Spider-Man movies, but that was it. Like for
Homecoming.
And he was in Spider-Verse, the second one. But one of the dudes, one of his like I forget the guy's names, but like the goofier looking of the Derek comedy guys that is not Donald Glover. He was in I think Cap Civil War. And then he also appeared later in like a commercial or something that was tied to the MCU. And they revealed that he was secretly this like gamer that one of the characters was raging about in the Avengers Endgame. Was that the one?
He was an Apple employee in Winter Soldier.
That's it, right. Winter Soldier, not Civil War. Yeah, when Cap and Black Widow were going all incognito. God, it's been so long.
Yeah, when they wore their hat and the sunglasses. Anytime I wear a hat and glasses, I'm like, oh, no one's gonna know who I am. I'm in the Marvel.
I forgot. Zach is obsessed with Captain America.
Oh, he loves Captain America. It's his favorite movie. That and Tangled.
Yeah, he was Noob Master 69 or whatever his name was.
No. You can keep it.
I don't do DVD. If you have it on Blu-ray, I'll take that.
And you know what sucks? The 4K Blu-ray for Madam Web looks gorgeous. It is a fantastic 4K release.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it looks great.
Right. But sometimes they don't look as good. Like the Venom ones are just okay 4K releases. No, not this one. The most crappiest one, of course, is going to get a good treatment. I never pointed this out, chat. I did the thing and I forgot to mention it. So if you want to participate in the gift card giveaway, all you have to do is write in the chat just once, please. Don't spam. Hashtag Madam Apartment Lady for a shot at winning a $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. So we're going to take this off for a minute, put it back up later. So we already have a couple entries, so keep them going. Keep 'em going.
I was gonna say something about Craven. One of the dumbest parts in that is very dumb all the way through. But so the actor Fred Heckinger, whatever you say his name, he plays Craven's brother, which if you know comics, he's the chameleon. But
Karma chameleon, baby.
He doesn't like do any chameleon through the movie except like
At the end.
he works at the bar, like he works at a lounge or something as a singer, and he can make his voice sound like anyone. So they literally just like play songs like straight off of like a record, and he's just singing.
That is so funny.
So it's, I don't remember what music they play, but like at first my ass fell for it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know he could sing. And then I realized what they were doing, and he's like, their dad is like, my son's a chameleon, and I'm like,
oh my god,
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And then they save it for the end, like you were saying. They do that like for 2 or 3 parts of the movie where he's like mimicking other voices. Mostly it's him singing. One time it's him pretending to be their dad, and he's like on the phone, he's like bah, 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 and then it's like, dad, and he's like, haha, I'm just kidding, I'm your brother. And like he changes his voice back. But the very end of the movie, when Craven walks out of the like place where they are, like they were having a little meeting, and they walk out, and like Chameleon brother is like walking, and then he turns around because like Craven grabs him by the shoulder, and when he turns around, he's just got Craven's face and Craven's voice, and then Craven's like, what the fuck? And then he's like, just like his face transforms or whatever, and he's like, this is what I've always been good at, I'm a chameleon, or something like that. Now I have the chance to embrace my talents, or some shit like that. Like they gave him a nanotech mask, I guess, that is the white blank mask that he has in the comic. And I don't know. I'm guessing that's how it worked. I was only paying half attention to the whole movie, but that scene was so ridiculous. I was like, are you fucking with me right now? And that they they're just like, okay, and his brother is also a Spider-Man villain, and now he has his costume and his the movie, and they're never making any more. Bye.
I'm glad it's over with. The nightmare has ended. Let's go.
What an experiment. And there were so many other, you remember how many other movies they wanted to make?
Yeah, let me pull up the list while we're at it. Yeah.
The most ridiculous of them being the Aunt May movie. They just
Are you kidding?
No, they wanted to make an Aunt May movie.
Yep.
That is so funny. What? Next, we're gonna do an Uncle Ben movie, and it's gonna be Adam Scott, and Adam Scott just gets old.
And that's it. Yeah.
And then it leads, it's going to be like that Robert Pattinson 9/11 movie, the very end of it. He just gets killed by the...
Oh my God. Yeah. Found it. Okay. So we have...
All you have to say is Robert Pattinson 9/11 movie. It makes me laugh every time.
Mickey 11.
Mickey 9/11.
I found the list. We were supposed to have... in 2017, it was announced that Spike Lee wanted to direct the Night Watch movie based on the character, which he sucks, whatever. Night Watch. In 2018, we had the announcement that Jackpot was a movie. And then there was supposed to be a film. There was an untitled film that was written by the person that made Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Andrew Garfield movie, but that never had an official name. Olivia Wilde was signed on to do something, and it was believed to be Spider-Woman. We had the El Muerto movie that never happened, thank God.
With
yeah. Hypno Hustler was supposed to get a film by Donald Glover. And Sony was considering filming a Mysterio movie, but that never happened. They also suggested Aunt May, and they wanted to do the Silver and Sable. No, it was
Black and Silver, Black Cat.
Black and Silver, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing right now they're working on is Spider Noir, which is in post production, and for some reason they filmed it in color, and they said, "Oh, we might release an alternate version in black and white." What are you doing? It should be the other way around. I don't want to see this in color.
Yeah.
Why
like,
are you doing it in that way?
Man Thing, like they released Man Thing in black and white, and then they came
Right.
back a year later and released the color version. But yeah, the when I remember the day that they said like they wanted to do an Aunt May movie, I was like, what are we doing here? What, like, who's making these decisions? Why is this the one that you want to go for? And then I also remember the uproar when they announced El Muerte or El Muerto, whichever one it was, and that they cast Bad Bunny, and it was like, oh my god, this character, mind you, 2 issues. It was two issues. Only ever appeared in 2 issues, one story.
He was a villain of the week, and that's it.
And he never appeared again. Ever.
So what? They would just make an entire backstory for him?
He's a wrestler villain or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a masked wrestler villain, and it was a comic from like I think the early 2000s. It was 2 issues, and they have a short little backstory in there for him, and then Spider-Man beats him, and that's it. And so they were going to make a whole 2-hour movie, and they had Bad Bunny attached. And I think at some point Bad Bunny was like, "I'm done with this shit." Like he backed out, I think. And everyone's like, "Oh no, no El Muerto."
Oh no.
And then
sucks.
sometime during that nebulous era where like Bad Bunny was supposed to be El Muerto, they also announced Hypno Hustler with Donald Glover. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what dartboard are they throwing darts at? I was like, what are the other options? Like, what do we have here?
No, I meant like, yeah, I get it that you film in color, but I meant like release it in black and white because it's noir, like the comics. So it would be really cool if it's stylized. I don't want to see the colored version, the regular version, if you will. Anyways, moving from the Sony Spider-Man debacle. I hauled a random assortment of books. Actually, not really. These are all like Viz books. If you saw my what do you call it? My haul video, I delayed that because I was missing this box of books, and I was waiting for it because filmed it, and then the next day when I was going to publish it, I got the notification. I'm like, oh, I might as well just delay it another day. So I posted it if you want to check it out, but I'll just briefly mention that I got finally the Hunter x Hunter 3-in-1. Really excited about that. From Yen Press, Handyman Saito, Volume 6.
Yeah.
Also from Yen, God Bless the Mistaken, Volume 4. It's the last one. So we have a finished series here. And also from Viz, one of the best series around, baby, Rooster Fighter, Volume 7. And one of my favorites as well, Magie Lumiere, Magical Girls Inc., Volume 6. And this one of Rooster Fighter has one of the most iconic panels of all time. I want to show it off again. I posted it on my server. I'm going to do that here because everybody needs to see this. This is the type of motivation I need in life. Look at this. I'm coming to kick your ass. I need to put this out, like print it out and post it on a wall or something and just look at it. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna take that with me to the gym. I put it on the treadmill and I'm like running.
Get the highest quality scan that you possibly can, and then take it to like a Kinko's and have them blow it up to poster size.
Look at that guy. Iconic. Everything about this is iconic. I can't wait. There's an anime coming for it. It's going to be huge. I predict it. You heard it here first.
Who needs cat manga when you've got rooster manga?
Right.
The new norm. 7 seasons going to start only posting licenses for Rooster mangas.
Speaking of publishers, let's go on with the news here for a minute. Let's give a shout out to comicreleases.com. They are adjacent to our universe, our niche. Good people over there. It was reported that Titan Comics has reached a deal with Lunar Distribution. So Titan announced a non-exclusive agreement with Lunar to distribute its publications and merchandise to the comic book direct market. The new partnership, in addition to Titan's existing relationship with Diamond, Titan's products will go live at Lunar on March 21st for product shipping in June. So you can get some quotes here, of course. That is somewhat related to us because of in-stock trades, baby. So now we can get our Titan stuff on time and not have to worry thanks to the whole Diamond bankruptcy. So,
Yay.
thoughts on it? Thoughts on this?
I mean, everyone's gonna have to jump ship from Diamond eventually, and I think that a lot of them are probably gonna wind up with Lunar. So, it doesn't. I don't think it's surprising, and I think that they've proven to have done a good job over the past
5 years, 4 years,
5 years almost. It'll be 5 years, I think, in a few months,
right?
Since they started doing that. So, like, yeah, I nothing. I don't have anything negative to say about it.
Here are the June manga, by the way. Before we move on, Alpi the Soul Sender, Volume 7. That's the last one. You got Dope Man, Volume 2. Kamen Rider Kuga, Volume 10. Outsiders, Volume. I'm really excited for Outsiders. I want to read that. Speed Grapher, Volume 3. I think that's the last one of Speed Grapher. Toxic Super Beast. That's a kaiju manga that I'm excited for. Volume 2. Working for God in a Godless World, Volume 3. That's a ecchi comedy. And Yan, Volume 1. I don't know Yan, but I do know the other ones. And so shout out to Titan. Also from Titan, we got a solicit from last week, I think, but I missed it. Right? This was published by ICV2, Manga Week exclusive. Titan licenses Isekai Meddler. Thoughts on this pickup?
I have never seen this before in my life. I am so interested in this cover.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I think that looks like it's okay. Isekai manga are largely like very like cookie cutter, like copy paste type stuff. But every once in a while, there comes an isekai series like this where the concept, I'm just like, yeah, I have to check this out. Like this is what this like subgenre is for.
It's for putting people in weird scenarios. I want to see a heavy metal guitarist fighting dragons in a fantasy world.
He's very tired with the bags under his eyes. I can relate to that.
Like freaking I Was Reborn as a Vending Machine.
Right.
Sure. Like that's another. I was like, wait, what?
So the plot is says here, it's a comedy action series about a metalhead named Alex who is electrocuted during his band's final gig and wakes up in a heavy metal fantasy land filled with dragons and werewolves. What this world lacks, ironically, is heavy metal music itself. But Alex has brought his guitar and wields it as a magical weapon, blasting monsters with his music. Series is ongoing with 3 volumes published so far.
They literally just made like the plot of the Pick of Destiny into an
Brutal
isekai.
Legend video game. Yeah.
Hell
That
yeah.
is so funny.
That sounds awesome. I'll check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for this type of stuff.
Oh, that's also true. The bags might be the makeup. That's yeah. Hey, we even got Warren on board. Let's go.
Let's go, Warren.
Sounds like Murder Falcon, but anime or manga. So heck yeah. Colleen needs to read Murder Falcon. I agree. Murder Falcon's pretty damn great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I have it on my Google, so I will look into it after.
So shout out to Titan. This one's for you, Riley. we got a JoJo announcement.
The
Let's
added
go, Rohan,
option
Gisue.
on the side is for me.
We're gonna get a huge JoJo announcement in like a month.
It's the first new story in 3 years. Rohan. So let's go. More content. And what's the ad here? Find the. Let me see it. What is happening? Hold on.
Fushigi Yugi, right?
Yeah, I know, but I can't click on it.
Oh, it's just their romantasy in general.
Romantasy. Oh, okay.
I'm mad they only put Shojo series, but at the same time, I can't be mad because they only put Shojo series.
There you go.
Coming off of a week of like having been reading mostly shoujo, I feel like more of the pure fantasy from shoujo is better than the pure fantasy from shonen.
Whoa!
Like, not even going into considering like the romance aspects of it, but like I was reading like Red River and I was reading Colette Decides to Die, and I was like, I love fantasy that I read from shonen, but like they're not doing it the same. They're not.
I don't know what it is about shoujo ones, but I feel like the world just feels more like and maybe it's just because they focus more on the characters than like, oh, and here's lore, here's more lore. So I just feel like the characters fill it out.
There's more whimsy. I feel like it feels more free and like actually fantastical than like, and I can't even think of like a ton of just pure fantasy titles that I read, like something that's not like dark fantasy or whatever. Like the first one that comes to mind would be Frieren, and like I love Frieren, but like the feel of it is so vastly different, and I feel like shoujo captures what like almost what I grew up with as far as fantasy goes, like fairy tale stuff.
Yeah.
And that has an entire distinct feeling to it that like they capture so perfectly that like the other stuff doesn't. So I can't really be upset that like if they're focusing on just shoujo for like a fantasy advert, because they're doing it better.
Yeah. No, I'm mostly just like, ew, romantasy. I mean, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
we just hate the word, but
I'll be honest, I've never heard of it before until now.
romantasy is like a huge genre right now. So like mostly Book Talk uses this. And like Sarah J. Maas, who does the Crown of Thorns and Roses.
Something like that.
And like Onyx Storm and like all those like kind of smutty fantasy books, they're under the romantasy genre. And I feel like the romantasy genre would work for like Fushigi Yugi and King's Beast and Dawn of the Arcana, but I feel like it doesn't work as well for Yona or Snow White. What was the third one that was on there?
Sorry. Scrolling.
No, you're fine. I don't think they had it on here.
King's Beast, Dawn of the Arcana.
Yeah. Okay. So just Snow White and Yona of the Dawn, I feel like don't work as well for the romantasy that most people would like. Be like, oh, romantasy. I love Sarah J. Maas. I'll check out. Like, I don't think Snow White with the red hair is gonna be. It is very much like fairy tale, like Riley was saying. It's very whimsical and then slice of lifey after the fact. And I think Yona just doesn't have enough romance for probably people who read romantasy. But Fushigi Yugi, yeah, I mean, it's pretty, it's pretty horny. So is King's Beast.
I'm not up to date with Yona, but to me, he's more like a sweeping epic.
Yeah, I would say it's much more of like an adventure fantasy than it is. But like it is probably one of their bigger titles, and they would want that to be one of the ones they sell. So like I get it. I'm not fighting it. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but like
I also want to say this is one of the things I was thinking. as much flack, and deservedly so, as we've given Viz in the past year or so for like their lack of licensing anything like significant as far as Shojo and Josei, the stuff that they are putting out is fucking great.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I read the first, well, the stuff that I've been reading.
Yeah.
I read the first volume of Firefly Wedding, and I was like, this is like 100% up my alley. And
Firefly Wedding is so good.
Me like 3 years ago would have just by habit just passed it over and not really given it a second glance, even though like if I looked at it for 2 seconds, I would have been like, this is very up my alley. Like this is exactly something that I would like to read. But yeah, that one and Colette and Red River, and then the other ones that I read this past week from that were on my Shojo stack were my Shojo Beat stack, I should say specifically. The Otaku Vampire, Timon's B-side, and those obviously are different. They're not the fantasy leaning stuff, but or the same type of fantasy, because Otaku Vampire is a little fantasy supernatural. But either way, I was having a great week.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, your shoujo series are very filtered through me, so I don't let you. I don't let you read the stuff that isn't as good.
It's all like very specifically catered towards. Like I go to you and I say, you know, you and the gang, trademark the gang. I'm like, this series, should I check this one out or not? And like basically basing on what you know about you and everyone else know about me and my taste, tell me whether or not I should try something.
I need to put you on some of Shojo Beats Mid so that you can see like the full range of what we deal with.
No, thank you.
Oh, you don't want to read you don't want to read.
I already have like Hot Gimmick. So
no, see, that's Shojo Beat Trash, and that stuff is special. Shojo Beat Mid is the stuff that it's just like, really, again, something like that again.
Fun fact.
First time
not a fact, sorry.
Then I might not have negative feelings.
Next to romantasy, which I'm sorry, I don't like the word. You got Rooster Fighter, and I think that is very awesome. Good job, Biz.
And next to Rooster Fighter is One Piece. That's a crazy lineup.
And One Piece.
Roost Man.
You got Pirates, Rooster. Sorry, I was gonna say something else, but I'll keep the jokes to myself. And romantasy. Shout out. And Shelf Space Savers, and As Seen on Netflix.
What is that?
A whole bunch of other stuff. Beyblade. There you go. Riley got to read Hot Gimmick.
Yeah, I do have to read Hot Gimmick. I'm behind on that.
We were all gonna read it for our group, and then we never did.
Yeah, life happens.
Yeah, I'm reading Fushigi Yugi now, so it'll be a hot second before.
Next, you should read Yu-Gi-Oh. So Fushigi Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ah.
I think I want to know, like, if you read Yu-Gi-Oh, if you would come out being like the same that I did, where it was like the meme of the guy in church, like just staring.
I literally used to read the manga for it, but I don't remember anything.
Exactly. And like, and if you're familiar with the anime, that doesn't matter either, because the anime is so off to left field. Like, what?
Yeah, and but what if I'm familiar with? What if I'm familiar with the abridged version?
That I was too, and I knew more of the abridged than I did the original, like, or the dub, the 4Kids anime dub.
Yeah.
And then I read the manga later, because I was like, I've read pieces of the manga and I've watched the abridged and I've watched pieces of the anime, but I want the whole thing. And I mean, like, I have spent thousands of dollars on statues and stuff based just around like however many years ago when I finally read the whole thing, because I got obsessed. Like, it's so good. It has.
I don't know if I'll be like you, but I do think I'll like it.
Maybe you might come out and be like, you know what, you're right. Fuck Kaiba. Joey.
Well, no. I just mean like I don't know if I'm going to be the level of obsessed with it like you are, but I think I will like it.
Probably not. Look, I even have my Yu-Gi-Oh desk mat like as we're talking right now.
Hold on, Taya is so slay there.
Dude.
Look how slay she looks. That is a slay outfit. Oh my god.
If you do a like another manga fashion video,
Pataya.
I will tell you which, like, a handful of series. Yu-Gi-Oh, Bleach.
Hold on, I have a controversial take. Bleach does not have good fashion. It's just the chapter art.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same thing for the majority of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, but when I talk about manga fashion, I don't just mean cover art. I mean inside the manga.
What I'm telling you is the cover art.
Okay, we would have to think of another video where it's just the cover art. Because I feel like that's cheating. Because, like, yeah, you can make whatever you want on the cover art, but, like, what are your characters wearing inside the manga?
The same thing every single chapter, just like Doug Funny. You open
but not every manga is like that.
Yeah, you open Goku's closet.
Thank you. Thank you.
The same orange and blue gi every single time, and it only changes whenever he goes under a new master or whatever.
Okay, but this is why I have this controversial take though, and I am gonna cut you off.
Okay.
I am gonna cut you off, and the reason is everyone is like, "Oh, Bleach has the best fashion in all of manga," or "This has the best fashion in all of manga," and they'll just show chapter art, and I'm like, guys, it's not the best fashion if the fashion inside the manga sucks. And then I'm like, okay, best fashion, card captor. She literally changes outfits every single chapter. She's got a new outfit every chapter. That is fashion.
Yep.
That is fashion. Neighborhood Story. I read it recently. I didn't really like the manga itself that much. That is fashion. She wears a new outfit every single time. That's my hot take. Shut up, Riley.
No, that's a good take. Yeah.
I think that you're both right and wrong at the same time, because it's like inclusive of everything that appears within a series. Like, cover art is still part of it. Like, whether or not the characters actually wear it, like the creator has designed that or is basing those clothes off of existing designs one way or the other. It's not like, I'm not talking about these characters existing like in this streetwear, like whatever Ichigo is wearing on the cover art of every single chapter. But Kubo did design that. Like, he did that artwork. It's still part of the series.
And I'm like, I'm not going to disagree with that. It's not like I'm saying, oh, the fashion is bad because of that. But I also just don't agree that would get the best fashion.
I'm not saying anything.
I know you're not. But I'm saying the reason why I have this is because other people say this.
Hold on.
This is our most heated discussion between each other on this.
Let me chime in. Hold on. Or not chime in. Let me show you some of the art. Well, whether you guys debate.
Okay, Rukia, I'm sorry, that shirt, no. I think, okay, I'll give it to him for this. I think Ichigo has really good fashion on the covers. Ichigo specifically.
Not this. Look, it's Bone Guy. Cool.
Why the fuck did the full bring arc even have to happen?
Here's this one.
Read the series.
Here's that one.
Because, like, what the fuck is Orihime wearing back there?
Personalities.
Exactly.
No,
she's wearing those personalities.
Yeah. This nerd is shopping for books, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. These guys, no. Here's some streetwear. Nope, not that one. Wow, that's old. Damn.
A lot of it was very like of the time.
Yeah.
Like just teenager streetwear from
I
like
always thought Ichigo. I loved his outfits because I wanted them myself.
Shinji up there is one of my favorite like designed characters. And he always like they always made him look pretty cool in the chapter covers that he existed in. I don't know why I vibed so well with him. Like he was such a stupid looking character, but I was like,
Which one is he?
He's that dude with the blonde, like straight curtain cut.
Oh, I kind of liked him too.
It's such a simple design and such a dumb look. Like he would look if you saw that guy in real life, you'd be like,
stay away from me. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can find my Bleach art while we're looking at Bleach art.
This bird never showed up in the damn manga. This is false advertisement. Damn you, Kubo.
Where are my birds?
Why is Grimjo hanging with the rest of these guys and Ulquiorra? That doesn't make sense. Grimjo, by the way, is my favorite Bleach character, so don't trash my guy.
Grimjaw is like the only semi pompadour character in this entire series.
Love that guy. He's awesome.
Got half of one, and you're like, you know what? I'm really craving a pompadour, so I will just take it.
I have given I've given honorable pompadour energy to Vegeta. Like he doesn't have the pompadour at all, but he's got the it's the pompadour inside that counts.
Oh hey, speaking of inside, did I show you my Softie mates, Riley?
I don't think so.
Give me a second.
I had so many like shirts and sweaters and all kinds of stuff when I was growing up. Oh shit, that's dope. Oh, I have one. Hold on.
Ah, Con.
Yeah, he's shitting on shitting.
He's shitting.
He's sitting on my shelf next to my statues. So there's a Con butt right there for all you freaks.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here's one.
Oh, hey, look.
I have
wait a minute. We're all showing stuff. There we go. That's pretty badass. Nicely done.
Thank you. It's from like high school.
I draw stick figures, so. Riley, your turn. Hey, what was his name? I forget his name. I know that's from One Piece.
Yeah, Karu.
There we go.
That's Vivi's partner.
Yeah. So this panel here is pretty iconic from Bleach. I do remember this when it first when the anime first started, and then I got into the manga. Like, ooh, cool. This is regular attire. The captains. The one thing I like from the dub better than the original Japanese stuff is that they in the dub they don't use vice captain, which I think is so stupid. So it's captain and lieutenant. Like that's how it sounds, or that's how it should be. It sounds badass when you're the lieutenant. Whatever.
Oh, I'm used to vice captain because that's what it was in like.
That's what it was in the manga and the sub. Yeah. But when the dub hit, I'm like, yeah, okay, I dig it, lieutenant. That's very pro whatever, I don't know. This one's pretty iconic too. The giant turkey monster thing that they're eating with orange juice, not beer. And lemon juice.
They're drinking Tang.
This one's pretty
the other Bleach one.
This one's pretty famous too, with the Arabian Nights thing. I don't know how practical that would be wearing that. I don't know why Chad is half naked there, but okay. Because get real hot soon as the sun hits.
Chad. He's a Chad.
He's such a Chad. That's one of my favorite covers.
That's pretty badass.
I like that one.
This one. Why are they? Oh, they're beat up. Okay, doesn't look like blood. Looks like they ate like jelly.
They were eating a lot of jam before this picture.
Yeah. This one is so early odds, edgy, posing for a photo.
Metal band.
Yeah.
Could be
New progressive or a new metal band.
yeah, I was gonna say like there's a Linkin Park soundtrack in the background.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, this one's pretty famous.
Yeah, that one's good. I remember that.
Rukia, blink and you'll miss her. You don't notice her right there. These two idiots, they totally love each other.
I hate that guy, the one on the
They-
right.
If they could, they would totally be a couple. They're made for each other.
The Style of Horror. That is a iconic image of Ichigo.
Look at that, so cool with the espadas. And thank you, Kubo, to bringing Spanish into the lingo for weebs worldwide. That's cool. Are we done? This one got some bikini action.
Of course.
Matrix. Mr. Anderson and Agent Smith. That's pretty interesting. Okay. I've seen people dress like that.
Yeah, to go golfing.
This one's also pretty famous with the watermelon.
This one's ridiculous.
It's a Godfather. I think we're nearly done. So it's also pretty famous. I would like to own the art books actually to get these images. I don't know. I don't have any of the Kubo art stuff. All peoples are vampires. Someone thought long and hard about that one. They're
Things
drinking
make
Pigeon
people
Ruby.
happy.
Pigeon Ruby vampire sauce. I don't know. Yeah, these guys. No. Their school uniforms.
Really great cover.
Yeah, it looks like the first few volumes because they
Yeah.
stopped caring about his high school classmates after a while.
Bad standard.
That one's also.
They're all dressed like a Jamiroquai video or something. Nobody dresses like that.
Oh
There's
my
Orihime
God.
by herself before they amplified her personality.
Yeah, man, I really didn't realize how much they really stuck those out after a while.
Right? They got even bigger in the recent anime stuff with the Blood War arc shit that they're doing now.
Goodness.
This is the latest fashion that everybody's wearing. This one's pretty famous too. I've seen that forever. Then same with this one.
Yeah.
Kubo should have drawn this all the time instead of the outfits. This idiot.
This idiot.
These
This
other
fucking
guys.
guy.
I hated that arc, man. Like that shit was so dumb.
Is that the Fullbringer still?
Yeah. It was literally just like to get Ichigo his powers again. And that was it. And it's like, why didn't you just not strip him of his powers? And we could have saved some time.
The
They had to
instant
add conflict.
The instant the boy took the sword in his hand, everyday life up until now announced its end. Okay, dude.
That was like the first chapter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these have the chapter number on it. Like the
Almost done.
Jamiroquai one had a chapter 13 on it.
This one's a New Year's celebration image.
Yeah.
Obviously. During a shrine visit with cotton candy.
The final holy war.
This is the Bleach version of the Tangled meme where give me your hot take.
That's funny. What Bleach
Um,
opinion will have you like this?
That was my computer background for a long ass time.
This one?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, cool. Okay, I'm gonna say something, and the chat's gonna roll their eyes. But that's just how I roll. Can you take a guess which two homeboys here are my favorites? It's not that difficult.
Grimjaw.
That's
There's
one.
one.
Yeah.
Well, you said
And-
Ulquiorra, right?
No, I hate that guy.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Was
you
it-
said Grimjaw was one of your favorite ones.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite Bleach character. But there's a second one here.
Was the other one Halibel?
Yeah, let's go.
I remember you talking about Halibel. Are you saying roll their eyes because Halibel's like boobs are half uncovered?
Right. Bingo.
Yeah, her. I don't know if there's going to be another picture of her, but that thing that
Oh,
she's
I think I've seen.
only covers the top half of her
Got a lot of
boob,
underboob.
and she's really got to be relying on some nipple tape or something to like keep the bits from coming out.
Goodness gracious! What
Uh,
the fuck is this?
Chat, if you Google it, you're gonna find some not safe for work stuff, so watch out.
I'm sorry to say, but this is why I don't think men can have any sort of claim to being the best fashion designers. You make something like that? No way! Get out of here!
I
You
forgot
are-
about
you
the
are
dude
not-
with the giant the dude with the giant fucking pompadour.
This guy?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about him.
I really liked these characters, and I hate what happened to them in the story.
Because they're like barely
At least the anime stretched them out a little bit.
did they?
Just a bit. Yeah. I like the homegirl here with the moon tiara thing in her head. She was badass.
Especially with how much they like kind of teased that group.
Yeah.
For
I
such
was so underwhelmed.
because like even that was his dad was in that too, right? Like
Something like that. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, this is pretty iconic. I love this one. The Halloween image. Love it. And just randomly, Orihime is dressed like Goodnight Poon or something. I don't know.
It's the
She's
one
an
time she
orange.
gets to cover up, Gio.
Sorry, what?
It's the one time she gets to cover up.
Oh, yeah.
She was reveling that day.
This one where they're part of Sgt. Pepper's Only Heart Cult Band. Right there. These fools. These other fools. There's Chad. He's
Chad.
channeling his Matt Murdock here. With the
Chad
boxing
over at, like,
bag.
beginning of the series until he became pretty useless.
No, Chad. Chad, I love
Izuchi,
you.
yeah. Man, there's a lot of illustrations here. Damn. This one's pretty iconic from the first volumes.
This is what they used for the opening, right?
Yep. Here's Byakuya drinking Starbucks. I'm an idiot. What are these guys called? The Visors. There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, here they are. I like them. They're fun. Especially Homegirl here with the Super Sentai outfit. I forget her name.
Shinji with his little like derby cap.
Right. And that's it.
Yay.
There you go.
Stroll down memory lane.
Shout out to Bleach fandom. Welcome to the Bleach podcast, everybody.
Yeah, where we look at old pictures from Bleach.
That's the show. That's it.
You just say,
Here we go.
remember,
Oh man, I remember that one.
remember that picture?
Chat. What is up? Zero Squat was lame. Let's go, Warren. I agree.
It was lame how they treated them.
Yes, absolutely. Ethical underboob. Google it. We need to see it live. No, I can't do that. We get flagged for showing like violent content all the time here. I can't show sexual stuff. We're gonna get demonetized.
You
Wasn't
can't show
there-
Colleen getting violent.
Wasn't Halibel's hollow hole like between her boobs also? Like
Say that again. Say that whole sentence again.
Halibel, her hollow hole, you know, the hole that they
I know, but that is such an insane sentence.
I mean,
Was
I'm
it
looking
like her hollow hole in between her boobs?
I'm looking for. This is gonna sound so wrong. I'm looking for her hole right now. Give me a second.
I literally right now. Okay, no, that was her tattoo is on the side of her boob.
The tattoo is on the. Yeah.
I'm googling. I'm googling. I'm trying to look for Hollowbell's hole.
You know what was crazy? The underboob was so crazy. Sorry. You know what was wild? The underboob was so crazy that when the anime first aired, they censored her and finished the bra aspect of it.
I saw a couple where she had like a full breast.
Yeah, that was an edit for the anime that the Japanese made. Nobody over here thought of doing that. They themselves were like, maybe we should censor it. I don't think we should be.
Maybe we should like finish this shirt for him. I think he forgot it.
Woke Japan.
DEI Japan.
I don't know where her hole was. I don't know where it is.
Oh, I can show the edit. We can show that. Wait me a second.
I'll show hole.
You can do that. I do want to play the new video game, but not like at full price. This is the edit that you saw in the original anime. Because that is not what Kubo drew in the manga at all.
Nope. This looks better. This truly looks better to me.
The reason I like her is that she was the only female baddie from the Espadas, and her powers are shark-based. And I thought that was really badass and edgy at the time. Heck yeah.
No, the thing is, when I just saw the top half of her, I thought that was a really cool character design. And then I saw the outfit and I was like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, so I believe this sounds wrong, sorry. Her release is called Tiburon, which is shark.
Yeah. And then
But they butcher it in the dub. Holy guacamole, was that horrible.
Nell, the little girl, and then she yeah, she was not a little girl. And of course, because they have her wearing her exact same robe.
But it's like it cuts off, right? Yeah.
It cuts off exactly where you imagine it would.
Yeah, I remember that. Like that first, because I think that part of the manga I first watched in the anime. So I remember watching that in the anime and just being like, okay. All right.
Yeah. I was in high school and I was like, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Casade Finch, email again. I'll let Jess know. He typically handles that, so sorry. But please message us again. I didn't know about that. So moving on from the Bleachness, we can do a Bleach episode some other time. Seven Seas licensed a bunch of stuff, and let's quickly go over them. I'm not going to read the descriptions, or maybe I will. Who knows? Seven Seas 10 books. First one here is Dear Door. It's a manhwa from Pluto. The actual celestial body, it's not a planet. What is it? A dwarf planet. Wrote this book. Okay, that's dumb. Sorry. This comes out in October and part of the webtoon label from Seven Seas. I read online that people were excited for that, so that's good. I'm not going to pronounce these names, but that's interesting. After a devastating personal loss, Homeboy wants nothing more than to drown his grief in the silence and safety of his houseplants. But our protagonist is also a cop, and it's a cop's job to go after criminals. One day, hot pursuit of a suspect leads to him discovering signs of cult activity. Soon, the policeman is caught up with the machinations of monsters and demons, the worst of which is the Demon King, Lord Kane, whose survival in this world depends on mana that can only be accessed through a door. Kane's door happens to be inside. What am I reading? So how exactly is he even planning to open it? I know how he's going to do it, but I'm not going to say it. Bro, what?
Oh, it just so happens to be in his asshole.
That is why it's called Dear Door. Oh my gosh.
So this
That
is like the
Crazy.
BL version of Chobits, where they're like the reset button.
That is so funny.
Oh wow. Okay. Good
Yell
for
version of
Kyung,
Chobits.
how do I say it? Kyunjun?
Kyungjun.
There you go. Good for him. Let's see. Next up, speaking of sexual stuff, Makina-san's A Love Bot. This is by Yoshimi Sato. It's a ghost ship title, and it comes out in September. Gloomy high schooler and robot otaku Akutsu Eita comes home one day to find his school's idol, Agatsuo Makina, right outside. A lucky break for Eita, especially when he finds out that she's a robot created for sex. The virginal Eita is thrown through a loop by how physical things start suddenly getting. But while Makina wants to bear it all, including her robotic interior, Eita has to keep her identity a secret, doesn't he? Sure. Okay.
No,
And this is also like Chobits.
This is a different type of.
because it's a robot.
Oh my god. I love it and I hate it that all of you chatters are saying this. That's a Geo book. Please review it.
Oh, Gio, you need to get better books so people stop telling you to read stuff like this.
I did the one video and now everybody's like, oh, you gotta read the other one. I'm like, no.
Gio, for yourself.
If it was, see, the difference is whenever Colleen and I are like, "Oh, that's a Geo book," it's because it's yokais.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, monsters.
We're like, oh, yokai
ghoulies.
book for Gio. Oh,
Right.
vampire book for Gio. Mermaid book for Gio. And the chat's just like, oh, fucking smut. Fucking smut book for Gio.
Makina-san's A Love Bot. That's a Geo book. I'm not gonna buy
It's because we actually love Gio, and the chat just wants to see Gio suffer.
See,
you.
this is how you know who your real friends are.
But I
Friends
appreciate it
know you like
completely.
yokai.
I mean, also it's good content if I get embarrassed by talking about this stuff. So
Oh no, Gio, they're calling you Goonio in the chat.
Jesus.
oh my god. Now I'm gonna have to enforce some bans now. Okay.
That might be going a little too far.
Maybe we should make a channel in Manga Geekdom Discord called Books for Geo. Oh god.
Gio's
Moving on, let's move on
everything.
from this.
Gio's
Okay.
regretting everything.
Jesus Christ. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. It's an audiobook. I don't care. Sorry.
That's also
This is also an audiobook. Sorry. It might be the best thing ever, but we're not an audiobook channel. Sorry. Hooligans or Hool-Gans, if you think about it. This is from Ito Itani. Volume 1 comes out in November. 19th century London, deep in the East End, there live the Hooligans, a band of miscreants led by alchemist Lee Hartrib, the current head of the Antilia family mafia. Entrusted with guardianship of the city by his predecessor, Lee uses his alchemy to keep the junkies happy, but his true aim is creating a paradise for the good of the people, and sometimes that involves getting his hands dirty, especially when he's pitted against the other mafia heads or shadowy beings who want to eliminate human life on Earth. I like this. Sounds badass. I want to check it out.
I thought the artwork looked like Outsiders.
Right.
And so I was thinking it was the same artist. I just looked it up, and then this is apparently their first work, at least like fully serialized.
What a way to start. Damn. Okay.
I'm gonna try that one.
From the distance. I'm gonna read it.
I'm reading that one. You gonna watch Descendants 3 now?
Romelia War Chronicle. The Count's daughter rallies an army in the wake of mankind's victory.
Oh, I put it on your.
It's a manga by Ryo Ariyama, Ryo Kamito, and Kodama. Okay.
I'm gonna try that one as well. The premise sounds pretty fun.
After journeying alongside her fiance on his quest to defeat the Demon King, Romelia is suddenly deemed useless and sent home, her engagement annulled. While the prince and his group return as celebrated heroes, Rome goes home as a disgrace, but she's not the same girl who left her province. While following the adventurers, Rome was the only one without magic or strength, but she found her own abilities in trade, negotiation, finances, and gathering information. And now she plans to use these skills to not only help her family's province, but help the still struggling kingdom. The Demon King may have been defeated, but his allies and demons continue to roam. With only her wits and brilliance, Rome will build an army of her own and keep the kingdom safe no matter what it takes. Hell yeah, that sounds badass. Good for Rome. Screw the other guys.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Hey, I got the reference. No, I know you didn't say it. It was our good pal Josh, a mod for this freaking channel. What the hell? Thanks, Josh. Low Tide and Twilight, the webtoon, volume 1 from Euja. There we go. It's an Omegaverse book. I don't know if I want to read it. I mean, no disrespect for the Omegaverse fans. Kim is an Omega at his limit. After living a life of troubles and owing an unpayable debt that isn't even his, he's ready to give up. Hoping to spare himself and his little brother a life of more pain, he opts to walk into the cold depths of the sea. With his escape in reach, it seems like everything will be over soon, until someone catches him. Yeo, a sadistic alpha who seems to take pleasure in others' pain, gives Kim the choice to pay off his debt with his body, but when the Omega refuses, Yeo proves he has no other choice. Still desperate for escape, Kim tries to plan his next attempt while doing restaurant work. That's anticlimactic. But with a sorry paycheck that barely covers his interest and his little brother to care for, will Kim have to sell his body after all just to survive? And is it even worth surviving if this is what his life is meant to be? Question. And I know you guys have already answered this for me, but I forget things. I'm old. Are all the Omegaverse universe books, or all the books in the same universe, or is it different?
Well, no, Omegaverse is kind of just like a thing.
Or just a style?
Yeah, Omegaverse is like a genre.
Okay.
So
it would be pretty cool if it was all connected. That'd be pretty sick. Like a massive.
If they were, then that means that every one of these series has the Winchesters from Supernatural.
Yeah, so every single one of them, they like come from Dean and what's the other guy's name?
Sam.
Cass? No, but wait, is it Wincest that it started from, or was it from the angel that everyone shipped Dean with?
Destiel? Like
Destiel?
Dean and Castiel?
Castiel, that's what okay. I think it's from those two. So it would be Dean and Castiel would be the progenitors of the Alpha and Omega system.
The Omegaverse is basically just a genre that people can interpret how they want for their own stories, but they usually have some base similarities. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Somehow I thought they were all connected. And this finally got licensed. Let's go. Actually, I'm going to skip it. Painter of the Night webtoon by this person.
Beyond Duke.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not going to say
Duke.
it. By on Duck.
Beyond Duck.
There you go. Shout out. Friend of the show. Volume 1 webtoon label book comes out in September. Na Kyum is a talented artist who excels in painting beautiful gay erotica, though he does so under a pseudonym. Yet recently he has given up painting, vowing never to create lewd art again. But the notoriously lust-driven nobleman Yoon didn't get the memo, nor will he accept it, and forces Na Kyum to become his in-house painter, demanding the artist create his erotic works just so homeboy can enjoy. Can Kyum endure being Seung-ho's personal painter of the night, or will the late-night activities be too much for him? You can find out when you buy Volume 1. And this is pretty cool. I enjoyed what little I read of this series through Manga Plus, and I saw the anime of it, and I thought it was funny. Hokkaido gals are super adorable. Seven Seas, shout out for picking this one up and putting it out in an omnibus edition, a 2-in-1 from Kai Ikada.
Just like those titties.
This is basically what's the other manga? Like My Dress Up Darling, but not as good, but still funny. City boy Tsubasa Shiki has just moved from Tokyo out to the sticks in Hokkaido, and right in the middle of winter. Despite being dressed in many, many layers, Tsubasa is quick to find the blistering cold inescapable and unbearable. Stumbling around trying to find his way, Tsubasa makes a beautiful discovery. A Hokkaido gal, buxom but barely covered in the freezing weather. Minami Fuyuki is a Hokkaido local who takes an immediate interest in Tsubasa, wanting him to tell her about city life. Tsubasa tries to resist falling for the blonde beauty. After all, he's supposed to be into prim, proper, raven-haired girls. But there's no resisting Minami's electric, boisterous personality. But will his strict grandmother also be able to appreciate her charms, or will Tsubasa be forced to part ways with his first Hokkaido friend? Shout out. This ended recently, so it'll be, what was it, like seven?
I think it's 7 total.
7? Yeah, there you go.
I've read about half of that. I was reading it like as it came out, and then I just kind of like lost track.
Right.
And it's cute. Like, obviously, the artwork is done in a way that's pretty personality forward with that character.
Right.
There's other like stuff in there, but mostly it's just like a will they won't they kind of. And it's not a ghost ship title either.
No,
it's not horny enough to be a ghost ship title. Because that's just like kind of like dressing. Like the like any type of like etchiness is just window dressing to like what's actually going on.
And if you guys can, go watch, or at least just a couple scenes from the dub for this anime. They decided, because the people in Hokkaido have a different accent than other prefectures in Japan and stuff like that. For the dub, they decided to give the girls Canadian accents when they speak. I kid you not. It is hilarious that Hokkaido is Canada now.
It is always so funny whenever they like pick a regional accent.
Right.
Like when they used to do Southern accents or like whatever for
like Kansai dialect or
yeah. I blanked completely, but yeah, that's always so funny.
Yeah, they're Canadian. So is it a geobook? Probably, maybe. See, this I can pick up and review, not the sexbot thing.
Yeah, I think it's a geobook.
My channel's PG-13, except for that one video that I made for the hell of it.
It's a geobook, but not in the ways that like people are trying to tease you with. It's just a geobook because Geo likes shonen rom-com.
And it's so funny because like you would think Geo likes Gooner books, but Geo just happens to like Gooner books, but not for the Gooner stuff. Geo likes the wholesome parts of the Gooner stuff.
You took me for a ride there. I'm like, wait, where's this going? Like, oh, okay.
We're coming back around.
Right.
This is how complex you are, Geo.
I'd put this on the same level as 100 Girlfriends, as far as like 100 Girlfriends shouldn't be in the ghost ship line, but it's about that level with like the type of content that's in there.
Yeah.
Recently, I saw a spread from 100 Girlfriends, and the main girlfriend, which I'm forgetting the name of, she's in space. And I thought, holy crap, is this why the manga is taking so long to finish? Are they going to space for real? Then I learned it was just a funny spread that they were doing.
They got to find girlfriends.
Right.
The Harley Quinn show, she just put... Did she put El Rada Alada? Yeah. So they did the joke from the Batman. La Rata. Espanol.
That was one of the cringiest things when I saw that Batman movie. I'm like, oh my god, they're doing this.
I loved it. I thought it was.
I didn't even understand what the hell they were saying. I'm like, the what now? That accent those accents just threw me the hell off. Audio. Okay, so that's all from Seven Seas, and they're going to be taking a break, right? From what they posted on social media.
Yes, yeah, they mentioned that this is the last round, so probably a couple more months or something.
So we're out of a show next week, unfortunately. So shout out for that. I'm not interested in most of these, but I will check out Hooligans. Romelia sounds fun, and Hokkaido Gals. Why not?
And I do want to say,
go ahead.
If you've ever wondered, gee, why do they license so many of these BL titles and stuff?
They sell really well.
Look at the notes, or look at the engagement on Twitter for each of these titles. I was looking this morning. This one and the Painter of the Night. When I looked this morning, both of them had over 4,000 likes, and like Painter of the Night had like 100 something comments, and then over on Instagram there was like 200 something comments. And then everything else was like Hokkaido Gals had like 500 likes or something. It's the difference is insane. Yeah, BL, it sells, but it's also like, it's usually more often than not, they're only single volumes or they're very short. So like the licenses are also cheap.
Right. So there you go. Let's move on to the next thing right here real quick. There's a new series that dropped on Manga Plus, and it's pretty insane. First of all, the creators on this, I did not see this mashup happening. This is how am I supposed to pronounce the name of this manga? Because I went to listen to the German pronunciation, and for the life of me, I can do some Japanese, I can do some French and Spanish and English, but for the life of me, I can't pronounce German things. Sorry. How do I pronounce this?
Märchen?
It sounds like we're saying Martian, like a
Märchen.
American Crown. I'm just saying Martian.
American Crown.
I'm just saying Martian, whatever. So apologies for the German fans out there. We butchered your language. This is Martian Crown from Akasaka. You might know from Oshinoko, and Aokujira as Ichika from Record of Ragnarok. Two totally different series, and somehow these two creators met to create something pretty, I'm going to say pretty unique, at least for first impressions. This is a story about Rapunzel, a young girl who lives atop a tall tower and knows nothing of the outside world. One day she meets a boy named Mikkel, who climbs the tower, and their destiny to change the world begins to unfold. That is the bare minimum that you need to know. This is essentially Rapunzel the manga. And
I read it this time.
Riley's read it. Colleen, I don't know if you skipped or saw.
I was skimming it whenever you guys were talking before we started. So
yeah,
I saw what happened.
So
what went down.
It starts out as the love story, a potential love story, and the tale of Rapunzel and how she's locked away in the tower, and we see her being shielded by the witch. And one day, Miko just shows up because he's exploring the treetops and happens to come across the tower, and the two begin a friendly conversation about things. And he's surprised to find this sheltered, beautiful young girl, and he at one point gives her a flower, and there's this whole conversation with which I'm going to go back to the flower at the end of our take here. Rapunzel is she's naive and sheltered and doesn't know that flowers wilt. So that's interesting piece for what happens towards the end of the book. or the first chapter, sorry. Long story short, over the course of months, I would like to think, the two form a pretty cute friendship and potential love. And against the well wishes of the witch, Miko convinces Rapunzel to go out of the tower. That's where I'll stop with the summary. Riley, what did you think of when you started reading this one?
What the first part of it, I was like kind of disappointed because I was like, there has to be something to like draw interest. It can't just be Rapunzel. Like that's not gonna work here. Like especially given that like you're having familiar creators doing this. I was expecting more. I enjoyed the artwork, especially these scenes that are a little more like etched looking. But it looked nice. The narration was a little bit stiff to me. Like it just felt like the beginning of like Shrek, where they're like in the land far, far away.
Very stereotypical fantasy book for young kids.
Or was he a valiant knight? Just an ordinary boy who was good at climbing trees and loved to explore.
Yeah, like it was very just like, I don't know, dry. And there was just not really anything interesting about the first part of this whole thing. And I'm just like, okay, she's Rapunzel. He, is coming and like visiting her, and they're gonna do stuff. And then it gets to the point where you said, and I was like, okay, so now they're gonna do something interesting. Let's see where it goes from here.
Okay,
and,
so
yeah,
do we want to spoil it? We're gonna spoil it. All right. So spoilers for this first chapter. Again, it's only the first chapter, so technically we're not ruining the story for you. But I think it's going to be worthwhile to spoil it so you guys are hooked and will want to read it because I think it has a lot of potential. So she's never been outside, and let's go. Here's the witch, by the way. Doesn't look like a witch, but whatever. We don't see a lot from her. There's the flower, which I'll get back to in a minute. Just a brief moment there. So long story short, blah, 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 blah. Young romance. Cool, cool, cool. That's fun. Hey, there's a bee. Hey, look at that. That's cute. Anyways, where's the damn scene? Hold on. So there we go. Whatever you do, don't let go. For the first time in her life, Rapunzel stepped into the outside world. It's all new and scary to her, and above all else, gave her the courage to go forward. Cool, cool. So he's going to take her to his hometown. Let me scroll. And at this point, I'm thinking, like, where's the freaking hook on this damn thing? Every page, I'm like, there's got to be something. If you got a Homeboy from Record of Ragnarok, there's something here that's messed up. And we do have it. Here we go. Oh my God, we're still not there yet. Sorry. Still not there yet. So as you can see, this can put a lot of people off if they're not wanting to read classical romantasy. I'm joking. Just to use the word. Here we go. Rapunzel, welcome to my village. So it turns out that the people here are like plant withered zombie cadavers. And I don't know if they want to eat her or assimilate her to the village or what, but that is messed up and I love it. I hope she becomes like a warrior type princess and just murders everybody here. And Miko.
Definitely like, because it like, yeah, I was waiting. I was like, all right, something's got to happen. Like they got to do something. And then boom. Yeah, he said, my uncle's a little shy. It's funny. Like I like his nonchalantness. Like this is just normal, and he's not frightened, which had me wonder, like, is she seeing them this way, or is that actually how they appear? I'm assuming it is how they actually appear.
Yeah.
But that's how it had me think.
But then he says, "What's the matter, Rapunzel? You finally got to see it after being locked up all this time. For the first time in your life, it's the world outside." So maybe this is after like a fantasy version of a zombie apocalypse. Don't worry, guys. Rapunzel's on our side.
So I guess we'll see. Like, is this just what everyone? Because they're like zombified, and I'm wondering if that's like how everyone is in the world outside.
Or does the witch have anything to do with it?
Yeah.
Or...
It definitely is intriguing. I'm not like 100% sold on it,
right.
But I do want to come back and see like how it expands and like what the story is actually going to be. Because really, like, up until the point where he's like, "Hey, this is my village," it was just very much, I was like just waiting for something to happen.
I love this panel right here with the eyeball. That's awesome.
I feel like I can give it better judgment once the next chapter comes out.
Yeah. I'm excited for next week. I'll read it and report back. So there it is. I think it's going to be just a hunch. I don't think it's going to be canceled right away because of the creators involved. I think it's going to go for a bit, and hopefully it continues growing and gets better. I know that homie Akasaka, hit or miss. A lot of people are disappointed with the endings to his stories, especially with Oshinoko. So we'll see if this is different, because I did see that in the comment section. A lot of people were excited but worried. If you want to read it, you can, of course, go to Manga Plus. This is not an ad. I just like the website, the Manga Plus, and read it for free. If you keep up with it week by week, you don't have to pay a dime, and you can read it for free and support the creators.
I just think he can be a little bit gimmicky at times, because like the end of the twist of the first chapter, I was just like, I saw it coming just because he's like gimmicky like that. But I did appreciate at the very least that they went very like full on, like, this is a fantasy, this is a fairy tale book, like right at the beginning. I did appreciate that.
Märchen translates to fairy tale, so fairy tale crown. Probably, yeah, you're probably right, Matt. Like that color spread of this one. Let me show that again. This one, pretty cool. You guys are accusing me of things, and the chat is all riled up. That ain't me. That's on you guys.
They saw some cleavage and they went wild.
The witch was fine as hell. You couldn't even see her face. We're gonna see her later on. I think she's gonna be a good person and is going to teach Rapunzel how to fight and burn all these mofos to the ground. So
we need to come up with a name for the chat, like Gooner Chat or Goonat.
Omnibros live. Omnibros.
Come up and like, "What's up, Gooners?"
What's up, Gooners?
Let's see. Chapter 1 was interesting. I will be keeping up with it for now. Heck yeah.
They like to say that Geo is the Gooner because it makes them feel like they're more normalized.
I know. But I'm not worried because I read so I mean, you guys have seen the books that I get from yokai to shojo to seinen to, like, I read everything that's interesting out there. So whatever. But stop with the nicknames. I said that, but now all of you are gonna keep at it. Don't put that on me. Call me.
No,
gives me a Ricky Bobby vibe. Clearly, the power of friendship caused it. So there you go. I'm excited. We'll check it out. There are other series that I don't know if you guys want me to read for for this channel. Let me show you real quick. If you are interested, let me know. I'll try and keep up with stuff. I forget because I'm not a digital reader, but I do like to check out all the new stuff. Give me a second here. Featured. There we go.
Apartment Man mentioned.
Yeah, this
Apartment Man mentioned.
All right, that one started. There's this one which I talked about last week, Beast Orange, which is really good for fun. We got Apartment Man, Maison, and the Man-Eating Apartment. I'm not gonna do sports manga. Sorry. Nope. Where was it?
Can I interest you in a niche Japanese poetry card game?
Go for it.
Chihaya Furu.
I do have the anime for it. I've never read it, but I do have the show.
I can be okay with just the anime.
By the way, this one shot is insane. My sister, my stuck butt, and
God.
6 years her senior, Yui is a genius who's already claimed a Nobel Prize. Meanwhile, her little sister, Madi, is just your average elementary schooler. Struggling with the enormous gap between them, Madi finds herself literally stuck in a wall on her way to school. From the brilliant mind that brought you Mama Juju comes an unpredictable tale of sisterhood.
I hate that title because I literally thought that she was stuck in a butt. Not that her butt was stuck in a wall, that she was stuck inside a butt.
I thought it was like one of those, oh no, stepbrother, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
What am I to do? Oh my god.
No, that's terrible.
So that's a one shot. I don't like these one shots at all.
Change that fucking title, man.
Also this, what the hell is this? The robot who inherited trillions. All right, dude, this is like Baymax but hornier. Remember Baymax from what's his name?
Big Hero 6.
Gentoku, the head of an AI conglomerate, has passed away. His 3 children watched with bated breath to see what becomes of their father's vast fortune. However, the heir named in the will turns out to be, of all things, a care robot named Loppy. Interesting. Okay.
Why can't I just read new shoujo series, man? Why can't I just have an app where they post one shots of the new shoujo one shots and I get to read shoujo one shots all the time?
Oh, here it is. Here's what I wanted to point out. There's this one, Chuck Beans. This is a new one. This is Chosuke is a high schooler who's bad at studying, sports, and almost everything else. But one day, a robot from the future called Chuck Beans shows up to change his life. Sounds like the cliched beginning of a stereotypical story. But Shosuke simply refuses him entry into his house. Tsurun Hatumene presents an offbeat slice of life sci-fi gag manga. This one sounds like fun.
Chuck Beans.
Chuck Beans. Watch that get a physical and not something that people actually want.
Which is an anime release, the Chuck Beans anime. It has like Creepy Nuts doing the theme song.
Fandom coming after you.
Creepy Nuts. The Chuck Beans.
The other new one, I don't know if you've heard of this one, is Love is Overkill from Astra Ashima. Meet S'more, Milwaukee, a junior scientist at Death-like Prison, otherwise known as Dead End Prison. S'more has been grinding away nonstop with research and work, leaving her little chance to fall in love. However, one fateful day when the executed assassin known as Painkiller is brought into her lab, S'more accidentally uses her secret elixir on him. I like the white and black hair. That's fun. So I don't know if you guys want me to read that. I'll check it out. It has a few chapters out. And the other new one here is where is it? I'm always confused by this website. This is a soccer manga. I don't care about soccer, so I'm not going to read it. This one. This one is Shinobi. Ryo Mikazuki is a shinobi. That is a shinobi living in the modern world, a shinobi of sorts. All of the ninjutsu and ninja tools of the current era are at her immediate disposal and considerably more high-tech than ever before. However, it seems as though her senior partner, Igarashi, has learned how to use real ninjutsu through the long-forgotten traditional training methods of the old shinobi. The stage unfolds for a romantic comedy of two shinobi working in the modern world. So that one's also out. I don't know. Art's pretty cute. And I think that's it for stuff I'm interested in. I don't know.
I think we got to read Chuck Bean.
Chuck. This one's about Beethoven, if I remember correctly. Star of Beethoven. The door of fate now opens. This is in Shonen Jump, by the way. Piano prodigy Ichiro had left the world of classical music after an incident at a competition. He vowed to never play the piano again, but now that he has a mentor claiming to be Beethoven, it may be time for his redemption.
Okay.
Okay, all right, dude, chill. All right. I didn't know the competitive piano world was so edgy.
The people on Twitter who only talk about Weekly Shonen Jump ever in every single post they make have decided that that's one of the series that's probably going to get canned next.
Oh boy, I've talked about these before. Colleen, you weren't here last time. I talked last week. I talked about this one, which I loved. My Marriage to Seneca. This is a Tanuki manga.
Tanuki.
She is a Tanuki god, and she befriends. Oh God, what did I say last week? She's a friend to the this old man, and he has a house. He's living by himself. He dies. Now she's taking care of the house, not wanting anybody to step in. And he left on his will his grandkid to inherit the house. So now they meet up, and through some hijinks, he eats some forbidden mochi that is a declaration for the Tanuki for marriage. So now they're supposed to get married, but they don't know each other. So it's fun, it's silly, and I dug it.
This sounds like the newest series from the Collect Decides to Die author called Pizzicato Forest or something like that.
This is by Wataru Momose, who did what was it? Kill Romance, Kill something.
I don't remember.
Last week, Gio, not this week, Gio.
Romantic Killer.
Romantic Killer, thank you.
Yeah.
That one.
Ah, fuck you!
And the art doesn't even look the same. It's weird. It's like it's not even the same person.
It's different. Yeah, it's very different. But this one's cute. I think give if you want to give it a read, I would recommend it.
Viz is gonna
As a yokai fan.
They're gonna put it in the Shojo Beat line.
Don't do this again to me.
Let me show you the scene real quick where he eats the mochi, and I love her Tanuki design. It's so cute. Look at that. So, and that's her human transformation. Please, somebody animate this. I would love to see this as an anime. We need more Tanuki-ness. I'm down with the Tanuki. They're cute. Here it is.
You did it all for the Tanuki?
Tanuki. Yeah.
So she can eat that cookie.
Did it all for the Tanuki.
Look at that. So cute. My gosh, where is it? I had the same problem last week. Oh my God. It's a long chapter, folks. Here it is. So all the Tanukis, they think that they're getting married. It's like Tengu's Love, but with Tanuki instead.
Tanuki's love.
Yeah, so that's cute. Anyways, yeah, that's what's happening on this site if you want to check it out. Also, there's an anime coming for Witch Watch on Netflix. If you guys want to watch it, non-paid promotion.
I read a couple chapters of it. It was fun.
They're still not licensed.
I'm very confused about that. Maybe they're gonna put it under the Shojo Beat line.
Maybe that.
Waiting.
Maybe
It was fun.
ran out-
Like it. So there's that. Oh, this is still going. This was the one that people right.
You froze, so I'm not sure which. Oh, Drama Queen.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is the one people were upset about.
But
I never read it.
I haven't
Never.
heard anyone or seen anyone talking about it since like the second week.
I
or
think that
something.
people just forgot overall.
Yeah. I literally haven't seen a single word about it.
Because people stopped caring about it after the first week, and people who are racist stopped caring about it because people stopped posting about how racist it was.
They
And they
yeah,
were
they
like,
work
"Oh,
in-
good, I don't have to defend racism anymore."
There's also Marshall King, which I know Colleen will not want to see, by Boichi.
No! Ah! Enemy. Two people shoot on sight on the show.
This one's about a naked cowboy, son of an outlaw in the
Fucking
Wild West.
That's
Yeehaw,
fucking
brother.
Garrett Wood.
So
Boichi ass series.
yeah, I agree. They should make a website like this, but for shoujo manga.
I want to read all the shoujo one-shots and all the simulpub series. They only have Magical Girl Dandelion now. I'm so sad that my Viz app is just barren.
But the thing I like about this site is that it's so easy to just click on something and start reading, and
Yeah.
even on your phone. And I
Yeah.
wish we could have that for shoujo manga, that ease of accessibility and whatnot.
Well, yeah, certain people they'll go, "Oh, well, this series has or this website has plenty of shoujo manga. Look at all the shoujo manga on the Shonen Jump Manga Plus website."
Like
Uh,
Boruto and Dandadan.
And yeah, I agree.
But look, there's a girl, and there's a girl, so that must be shoujo. Look, a romance, that must be shoujo.
You can read Magi
Look,
Lumiere.
Magical Girls, that's got shoujo in the name. Maho.
That has to be a shoujo manga. But don't hate on the girls. They're awesome. I love the series. I didn't like the anime that much, but the manga is great. I do recommend
I
it.
heard it's fun.
Boru Shoujo. There we go.
Yeah,
Thanks, Will.
Boshojo.
Boruto is shoujo now.
Hello. Did you see the Fable Part 3 started this past weekend? So hyped. Nice. You know what did start this week? The amazing sales at InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices that range from 42 to 55% off at times. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And there's that loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% off to your books if you order on a week-by-week basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at InStockTrades.com. Also, tonight we're doing the gift card giveaway, so you have an opportunity to win a $50 gift card courtesy of In Stock Trades. All you got to do while we close out this stream, we still got a couple minutes, write in the chat, hashtag Madam Apartment Lady. We're going to pick out a winner in a minute or two. We have 20 entries. That's great because in the Monday show, we got like 80 people trying to win this damn thing. But with 20, you have a better shot at winning this thing. So shout out. Chuck Collins, what you got going on? Where can people find you when you're not here with us, goofing and gaffing?
You can find me on Blue Sky, Instagram, and YouTube at Colleen's Manga Rex. Should have a video out by next week. And then I got my panel in the second week of April at C2E2.
cool.
And yeah.
Love it. Insufferable Omnibus Collector. How about you? What you got cooking up?
Probably first part of next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'll put out video that James helped make all the slides for, going over all the
Let's go.
new license announcements for January and February, and then the March license announcements will follow that pretty soon. Hopefully, I think
Colleen 2E2.
the March one will mostly be 7 Seas stuff, because I'm gonna just to make the first video smaller, I will push all of the 7 Seas stuff into March because there hasn't been that much this month.
All right.
But we do know Yen Press is going to have announcements next month. They did say that.
Can we get more yokai manga? Probably not, but we'll see. Dead air. Wait a minute.
And Gio, what do you have going on?
Yeah.
You can find me on my channel. It's Manga Geekdom, where I talk about all the manga that I'm reading. I just posted a haul video. If you want to check that out, I appreciate it. And I do have a video that I'm working on reviewing Dogs and Punching Bags. That's my next review. That's coming up next week, I hope. So look forward to that. And for whatever reason, you guys were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! I do have some Yu-Gi-Oh! In my collection.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wait a minute. I can't do this. Here's a 3-in-1.
Let's go.
So, yeah. Not in any rush to collect it, but I will be grabbing these 3-in-1s whenever I get a shot. So I do have volume 1 here, or the first 3 volumes, whatever.
Yu-Gi-Oh's Jump, right?
Yeah. Weekly Shonen Jump.
I canceled my Shonen Jump app, so.
Good. I mean,
You can. I wonder if they have any like free trial things.
I did. I did the free trial so I could read Boys Over Flowers in 2 weeks, but I couldn't do it in 2 weeks. So I was like, you know what? I'll just get the Shonen Jump app. And then I didn't open it for 2 months, and I was like, this is a waste of money. So I canceled it.
That's how they get you, is because it's only like $3 or whatever. So it's easy to just like kind of let it go.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not gonna let it go for like an entire year where I barely open this thing. So
yeah, maybe you can do a trial under another email or something.
I'll do Zach's. I don't know if I can read Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2 weeks though.
It's only 39 volumes or 38.
I mean, Boys Over Flowers was about that much too, and I couldn't read it in 2 weeks.
38 volumes, but it's like really quick because it's a shonen title, especially
so Boys Over Flowers. Boys Over Flowers was bingeable, and I read a lot of it, but I couldn't read it in 2 weeks.
well, if you like ancient Egyptian stuff, you might want to check out Yu-Gi-Oh! For I don't know, not historical pharaoh stuff, playing games.
These segues are amazing, Gio.
And sending people to the Shadow Realm, aka killing them. But,
he just takes out a gun.
Before we leave, Gio, how excited are you for Totodile Classic Community Day? Absolutely excited. That's my favorite Pokemon, or for Alligator. I don't have him shiny, so I'm excited to hunt that down. I'll probably get it because they show up a lot. So just watch Mummies Alive intro on loop. There you go. Let's do the giveaway. All right. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Again, if you win, you have to, well, tell the winner, whatever. Let me share my screen. I'll say that later. Share the screen. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in. There we go. It's a shame we couldn't fit the whole thing right there, but Madam Apartment Lady. Thank you, Kane, for suggesting the great hashtag. 23 entries. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who wins this thing. We're going to draw in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't know you were here, man. Let's go. Okay. Congratulations. Give me a second. Saw a lot of people there in the list. Let's see. Give me a second. Munian, have you won before? You haven't. Let's go. All right. Congratulations. Let's do it. Congrats, Christ. Congrats.
Let's go.
All right, buddy. Here's what you got to do. I will let Jess know after I'm done here. You probably won't see it tonight, but I'll let him know because then I'll forget. What you have to do is you're gonna write to our email. Where's the email? Electronic mail. You're gonna write to omnibroslive@gmail.com. Your email and the name that the name that you use for in-stock trades. Get that info out to us so that I will pass it along to OmniDog and he can hook you up. That's what you got to do. Thank you for participating. Appreciate it. And all of you won up the Monday crowd. So I'm very happy about that. So like I always say, if you didn't win this round, we're going to do it next month. You get another shot. But you got to tune in. Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays. It could happen at any point in time in any of these shows. So stay tuned. All righty. Congratulations. Let me remove this. Thank you, James. There we go. Yeah. So that's it. That's all we got for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to the chat. You guys are great, as always. Thank you to our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Go check them out. Go buy some books. Go buy some manga. We will be back, or not us. The show will be back tomorrow. I believe, from what I've been told, Jess and Lou have a cooking type segment planned for tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen over there, but that's going to be interesting. I'll have to tune in to the replay later to see it. So watch that and the Q&A and all the fun that they have. The Friday show kind of took off. That's great to see. After that, we'll be back on Monday for Hall's Previews Reads. And then next Thursday, we're going to do another manga stream. So hope to see you then for all these shows. Thank you all. Stay safe. God bless. Much love. Watch out for Apartment Man. If you see him, open the door and give him some cookies. I don't know.
Yeah, give him a big kiss.
So that's it. Bye, everybody. Until next time. Where's the outro? There it is.
Goodbye,
Thanks for
Goober.
watching.